Hello, welcome. I'm Helene. Today is a tool time review of something that I got a few weeks ago, have been using, testing out, mentioned it in one of my last crochet chat videos. So I am back with a little demo and my own review. And it is not necessarily directly crochet related. However, if you get tension anywhere, neck, shoulders, arms, back, hands, this might be for you too. And first I'm going to tell you a little bit about it, how I discovered it. So I was out here and I tried this a few minutes ago. Neighbors' dogs came over for an unexpected play date and all kinds of ruckus. I don't know. It came with a cleaning cloth that has blown out in the yard and I cannot find the lid. But anyway, this is called gua sha and it is based in Chinese medicine. It is used by a variety of naturopathic practitioners, acupuncture, acupressure, massage therapists, physical therapists, occupational therapists, chiropractors, and so on. It also comes in a variety of materials. My set, it said jade, but it is glass. They do come in natural stones. So I had hand surgery in December of 2022. And it's mostly for trigger finger, which my finger, pinky, had been stuck for a very long time. I wasn't able to bend it. And there still is some involvement all these months later. I did occupational therapy, and then there's just still scar tissue that built up. So I went back to therapy, and she brought a tool out that was similar. It was more of, kind of reminded me of a double thin shape, and hers is by a therapeutic company, but it still says gua sha on there. And it's also, hers was made out of plastic and it was thinner and it had more of a sharply angled beveled edge. It was for really getting in there and digging in and trying to break up that scar tissue. And then I started thinking, boy, that looks so familiar. And I remembered I had watched a beauty video on YouTube with a very similar tool that was used for the face, for helping to sculpt and tone and to help with lymphatic drainage, that can reduce puffiness, help with sinuses and so forth. So I want to tell you, though, disclaimer, I am not a medical professional. This is my own personal use, my own experience. If you have any concerns, medical conditions, skin conditions, you don't want to use this on broken skin. Be careful if you have psoriasis, eczema, moles. It's always a good idea first to consult with a medical professional, your physician or practitioner. And also, again, health conditions. If you are on certain medications like blood thinners, for sure you might want to check that out. I just wanted to share with you some cool tools and different things that I find and that have helped me. And I have wound up loving this for tension that I get in the pad of my hand from crocheting, even my forearm, and for sure my neck, my shoulders. But I just want to go over just a little bit of how this works and what you do, and then I'm just going to do a quick demo and show you how that I use mine and which tools for which. So this is designed to stimulate specific points and is believed to help with energy and blood flow, circulation, inflammation, range of motion. So there are a couple of different techniques. There's the gua sha technique for the face and neck, and then there is the Graston technique that targets receptors in the body for pain, muscle tension, and to encourage collagen production. And the main thing is that you want to be sure that you are not using this on dry skin. You want to have an oil, a good quality oil that has some nice slip to it. And I did try it over some pajamas that I had on one night that have a lot of slip to them, and that seemed to work, but it's really not the same as skin to tool contact. So let me just show you the different ones. And this, if you were to just get one, this oblong heart shape is the one I recommend. That's the most versatile. And I understand now why that this is the main tool that is sold separately. So you can buy this individually or as a set. And this is the one that I saw in the rose quartz and the natural jade. And at the time that I saw it on Amazon a few weeks ago, and you can check back because there are different promos and sales only all the time. I mean, it was only $6. But for $4 more, this set was on sale. I got the entire set. I thought, well, in case I drop it, break it, or maybe I want to use some of these different shapes for different body parts. And sure enough, that is what worked out, because we all have different bone structure and shapes, and you know what, one shape might fit me may not fit you, and vice versa. But it did come very well packaged. Like I said, it had a lid to it. Did not come with many instructions, but there is that QR code that you can scan, and it has an instructional video with that, and there are quite a few on YouTube. I recommend going with someone that has a lot of experience with it, either a practitioner or someone who is certified and does this professionally in their own practice. But what I have learned too is that you don't want to do too much pressure. You want to have enough slip. You can build up the pressure over time, but it is not designed to hurt. You don't want to injure yourself, so be careful, like especially your clavicle, your collarbones, your shoulder blades, because you can injure the skin underneath by scraping over top of the bone. Sometimes I might do a little mix. Like I have an oil that if I'm covering a large area for my body, maybe I'll do a mix of the oil with one of my body lotions. You could do that, or same with your face. If you have a face moisturizer at night, you can add a little non-pore clogging oil to that. I switch around, I mix them up. I really like, this is apricot kernel oil by WildRoseAcres. It's relatively inexpensive. A little bit goes a long way. That's one that I use for my whole body. Now this one I got off of Amazon about 6 months ago, and I really like this. It doesn't make me break out, clog my pores, and it has good slip to it, but it absorbs in a reasonable amount of time. It's ancient Greek remedy and an organic blend. This is unscented, 4 ounces. They also have one with the lavender essential oil, but I get the unscented because I use essential oils. I use individual oils, and I also make up my own blends. So this is organic cold pressed extra virgin olive oil, sweet almond oil, jojoba seed oil, grapeseed oil, sunflower oil, and vitamin E as the natural preservative. I really like this for my skin, so I will demo with that as well. And then sometimes I might do a mix of a homeopathic type of creams that are designed for, say, joints, muscles, swelling, pain. And I have a couple of different ones. And Tea Relief by MediNatura. But check out the ingredients for yourself. Check with any that, check with your doctor if you want to. Because just because something's natural doesn't mean you can't have a reaction or contraindications to medications you might be on. I like this one. I also like this. It was sold at a physical therapy office, also available on Amazon. It has pretty good ingredient deck on there as well. Peppermint essential oil, a little bit of menthol, and I think I will put this cooling one on. I'll just put a little bit, you know, say maybe. Hi, Kiki. Well, hi, kitty. Hi. We've been adopted by another cat, another animal. Yeah, you know, they seem to know where to go, where they're going to be safe. and loved and fed. My husband said she's just a mooch. She's just here for the food. She is so sweet. This one, hi baby. I named her Sunny, thanks to my friend Nancy. I still call her Yellowhead sometimes, or Kitty Five Toes. I'm going to go ahead and start with my forearm and the, there she is. Oh God. Hello. You want a massage too? There she is. Isn't she pretty? Look at those gorgeous green eyes. Yes, your baby. Okay, you can get down now. Thank you. This is the larger. So you want to take the tool at a bit of an angle, and only takes 5 to 10 strokes in each place. So you can just go in the same spot 5 times, move it over, or I usually just go across my whole arm and count that as 1. Maybe work my way back as 2, and then so on. And do long, controlled, even movements. Very relaxing, especially like getting to the neck and shoulders. Wow. And this larger one covers a pretty broad area, so I like that. I like for my neck. I'll even go up into my hairline. And last night I went all over my scalp. Oh, I get tension, a little bit of tension in the temples. I just would go up, and then the wiggle kind of thing, the back of my neck. Just kind of gave a good head scratching. It felt great. It was so relaxing. This is great for the bottoms of the feet, and you can get into this portion to go in each toe, and if you do a little wiggling motion that acts as a massage, I think it's going to stimulate a bit, you know. So you can just play around and see which contour, which side fits different parts of your body, and I'll show that as I demo for my face. And I go along the sides of my hips with this, so if you have any bursitis or anything like that on the sides, maybe try it for that. And always check with your medical professional first. Oh, and one tip that one gentleman had said, one of the videos I watched, and he seems to be a professional in this field, that if you're not familiar with a muscular skeletal system as much, just Google something, look up in a book the way that the muscles run in the body. So it's best to go in the direction that the muscles go and not cross-grade them. Just kind of like wood, you know, or fabric. This fits in really nicely into that pad right there below my thumb, where it just gets so tight. And so I'll get in there some. And this other tool here, it's kind of knife shaped, is a great grip, and I can really get in there. That scar tissue, now I'm getting in there more. That's what my occupational therapist did. Getting kind of used to that now. And these are more rounded and smoother than her piece, but it is helping. And see, now I am starting to have secondary issues with my ring finger, my adjacent finger. I don't know if it's getting hung up on the scar tissue or from overcompensating, because my pinky hadn't been working like it normally does. And I like this tool too for getting into my hand. Now I usually start on my face and then work my way down, but I take the rounded edge, and where my smile lines are is kind of where I start. You can pull your mouth over to the side a little bit if you want, and then I just go at that same little bit of an angle, and I have my product on, and I go up into the hollow of my cheeks, because I'm not going over the cheekbone itself. And if I did, I would just very softly, very gently just glide. But I will get into that hollow and go up to where it meets my ear, and then I'll do that little wiggle. that stimulating wiggle massage. So I'll do this 5 times. So it's really 5 to 10 passes for each section. Then I'll do the other side the same. I'll go in and maybe I'll go upward. If you have any little lines around your mouth or ones that are starting, I have one right there. So I give that one a little extra tension. This is a good spot here. This is a good acupressure spot. They're quite a bit. And for the sinuses here, that's what I was going to tell you. That's the thing with the sinuses. I've had some issues on this side for quite a while with the deviated septum, and the canal is very narrow. And I've been having more congestion. So this can help with sinus congestion. And I notice a big difference on the nights that I use this. So you can take whichever part, just try different parts and see of the tool. See what's comfortable for you and fits your face, your body part. So in the same kind of manner where I did my smile lines, I will do the side of my nose or even the flat part of the tool. Ideally, I would love to do this every night, but I don't always have time. And sometimes at the end of the day, I'm just so tired. I just want to wash my face and go to bed. But on the nights I use this, I notice a big difference in my quality of sleep and my breathing through my nasal passages. Okay. And then for the eye, be super careful and gentle around your eye area. Don't want to tug and pull, but I have read and I have seen where this can help with puffiness. So I take this smaller flat piece, which just naturally fits right under the curve. You know, the skin under your eye is the thinnest and most delicate tissue on your face. You want to always be very careful there. And then the neck is real thin too, and that's what usually, those 2 areas usually show the signs of aging first. But you know, we're not going to be 18 forever, and that's just, you live long enough, gravity's going to show up. That's just how it goes and how we live our life. You know, the lines are character and part of who we are. This other tool here works well for me for right where my concentration lines are there. I will take the edge of it and get in a little bit and kind of work that, give that a little extra love. And then I'll take these 2 rounded ends where the groove is in the center, and I'll just go up like that. And then the curved portion, this fits real well for my forehead. I'll take the other side and go up into my hairline, you know, that little wiggle thing there. So that's what I do above my eyebrow. And you can go, just be super careful, down to the hollow of your eye and above your bone. Now for my neck, I have seen where others use along the jawline this tool, but because, as mentioned earlier, we all have different bone structures, this does not fit. So that's why I'm really glad I got the set, because this one does. It's great. And so I go from a little more oil here, warm it up a bit in my hand, apply it. Okay. And then I will take this tool and I go from the center of my jawline up and over, because you know, in the last few years, that commercial "I've fallen and I can't get up" has taken on a whole new meaning to me. I'm just trying to keep that back up where it used to be for as long as possible. You know, some people, you can just kind of hold one side and bring it along. I find that very relaxing spot, just to see if this really does help sculpt and contour a little bit, add a little more tone. I don't know. different lighting's going to show up different things. Having a little shadow under there helps, but do I look any different? I've been using this a few weeks now. Do you notice any different now than a few weeks ago? I don't know. Give it a try. And then going down my neck, I go in downward motions from the center across, and going downward helps with lymphatic drainage and can help prevent some extra fluid building up in your neck area. And when I'm not talking, that's when I do my breathing and keep my focus on what I'm doing to ease the tension and forget about, the day, in a way of like, of what is done, that's done. Now it's time to rest, relax, rejuvenate. When we're sleeping, that's what our cells do. Important to take care. This can help inside and out. Well, hey, that's a great 2-for-1 in my book. Yeah, so that's what I do for my neck too. And then I just let those oils soak in. Anyway, that is my latest tool to show you and share. All right, well, I guess that's it. I have my tea somewhere around here. I made a cold brew tea. Oh, I really like this. I had ice in it. I'm not really much of an ice person. It melted, but it's very refreshing today. Twinnings. Got to show you this too. Cold brew tea. No hot water necessary. You just put it in your room temperature or cold water. Let it steep for 5 minutes. And there you go. A lovely glass of iced tea. This one is mixed berry, and I have 2 more. I have peach and they're mint. Really, really refreshing. Actually, the mint and peach are really good together too. All right, everyone. Thanks so much for being here. I hope this was interesting and informative. And if you enjoyed my video today and my other content that I have to offer, please check it out. Come back again next time. And if you would, give me a thumbs up, a like, because that really does help connect my channel to the algorithm and it helps support it. And as do comments if that's something you'd like to do. And subscribe if you are inspired to as well. And I hope to see you again next time. All right, until then, take good care. Have a great weekend and week ahead, and I'll see you soon. All right, bye for now.